Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Warframe video. Obviously we are back in the Somacorn, so you guys know what that means. We're gonna do a versus today. And we are doing Nekros today. So if you guys are a Nekros main, or if you're curious about Nekros, this is the video you wanna watch. So Nekros, he definitely is not a frame that's made for attacking. Even though he has an attack ability, he's not really made for attacks. He's more of defense, I would say, or support. He's not really full-blown attack type of frame or anything like that, but he is quite neat, so there's that. But he is very helpful in a certain mode. And this certain mode is actually the relic runs. He has a very useful ability in the relic runs, and I'll tell you guys that when we get to it. But obviously, guys, we are doing Nekros today, and pretty much Nekros is Warframe's version of death. That's pretty much what he is. So it's quite interesting, and he's interesting to play. He is fun to play on occasion. I do pull him out on occasion, just so I have him and whatnot. But like I said, he's not made to be in a frame that attacks or anything really. But if you have him, you have him. So like I said, he's useful. He has certain uses that he's good for. So yeah. So let us go into our arsenal here. So obviously this one is my Nekros Prime. If you guys watched the TennoCon of this year, he was actually our free Prime this year. So if you guys watched that, and if they managed to give it to you, because there was an issue with that, but if you managed to get him, you should probably be happy you have him, because he is one of the vaulted Primes currently. So he is hard to get now, but obviously this is my Nekros Prime. I went for black and red, which is quite cool on him. I think that's probably the coolest colors I've seen on him. Green is pretty cool on him also, I've seen. So, but you know, it's your frame, do whatever you want with him. But so as usual, their abilities are on the right hand side. We got Soul Punch, Terrify, Desecrate, and Shadows of the Dead. So as you guys can tell by those names, he is kind of pretty much death in a sort of way, which is what I would call him too, technically. So yes. So if you guys are new to this series, I pretty much just see if we can find any differences in the Prime over the regular version, which usually is just little differences, like how it does an effect or something, or how its strength is, you know, like things like that. Most of the time they're very subtle, they're not very crazy, but I do give pointers also when I pull out certain frames I use a lot. So if you guys are new to the game and you're curious about a certain frame, then these videos are useless to that point as well. So yes. So we are in the Somacorn, obviously. So obviously we go in here, we just send out some enemies, and we kill them with our abilities. Pretty much is what we do. So I think should we do some Orokin this time, guys? We don't really do many Orokin, guys. I don't think I have any. This guy's normal. We'll do a couple of these. We'll do these guys. So we'll just simulate this. Alright. So his first ability is Soul Punch, which is pretty much his only... Whoa, we died. Oh, jeez. Probably shouldn't have done this many guys with him, because he's, like I said, he's not really made to cause much damage, so. if we can avoid these guys. But, like I was saying, Soul Punch, his first ability is his only ability that really does serious damage. So, like I said earlier, he's not made for attack. He's more of a support frame. But let's see if I can do a Soul Punch of this guy. So pretty much it's just a big punch to your enemy is pretty much what it does. But if you guys saw, it does damage to him. So like I said, that is like pretty much his only ability that can do serious damage. Besides his final one can do some damage as well. But he's not, like I said, he's not really made to be an attack frame. So if you guys aren't into that, then he's totally for you, but... So where did we get all of them? I'm gonna assume so. Because I don't hear any more of them, so we're gonna assume we got them all. But yeah, so we got Soul Punch, and then his next ability is Terrify, which I need a few enemies to do with that. Most of his abilities affect the enemies is pretty much what I'm trying to say. That's pretty much what he's good for. So wait, let me add a melee weapon on me because it drove me crazy. I could pull out a melee weapon. Let's do something crazy like an axe or something. You could do the machete too. I kind of like the machete. We'll do the machete. Do we have any attachments on it? We don't. Okay. And the machete supposedly works good with vision, so we're about to test it out. Let's gather our energy back up. Let's probably not do as many enemies this time, because that was a bit too much. I mean, I'm comfortable with him, but I'm not that comfortable with him, so we'll do like 10. But like I said, he's not made to attack, so another reason I did that. So next ability is Terrify. And it literally means what it means. It literally scares the enemies. They literally start running. It's literally what they do. Let me do it again. As you guys can see, it causes the enemies to run. That's literally what Terrify does. And it looks like it slowly hurts them too. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So if you want to be scary old Nekros, there you go. That's the ability for you. So it pretty much saves you and your squad time is pretty much what it does. And it causes the enemies to kind of freak out and run away. So it's one of those type of abilities that gives you some sort of time. So there you go, guys. So there's Soul Punch, which is pretty much his only ability that does damage, and then... Well, the third one, like I said, his final one does damage as well, but it's not as good. And what was his... Oh yeah, Desecrate is his next one. So, you guys remember me talking about how, earlier that... There is an ability he has that's really useful in relic runs. Well, Desecrate is this ability. So pretty much what it does is when you kill an enemy, it causes them to drop more loot. As you guys can see, they explode when they go down. See if we can watch this guy when he goes down. So Desecrate is still going on. Let's do it with this guy real quick. So watch very carefully. His body kind of like just melted away. Yeah, it like explodes into like a cloud. So like I said, that ability is highly useful in like relic runs. You actually can get your, it's actually been proven that you can get your reactant a lot faster with it, which is interesting. So he is awesome for the relic runs. So he is one of the frames you possibly could bring along with you. Because like I said, that ability, Desecrate, is pretty much an ability that just helps the enemy drop more loot. That's pretty much what it's used for. And when, of course, when they get destroyed, they explode again, and then they drop a little more loot. So you're more likely to get reactant that way. So that ability is perfect for the relic runs if you guys do those a lot, which I do them a lot just because that's how you get all the primes and stuff. That's how you farm them, is you do those relic runs. So he is probably one of the best frames to bring with you on those runs. So that is my big tip for you guys. And I believe most of the time Desecrate drops health. So if you have a bad squad member, if one of your squad members is struggling a lot, that will also be very helpful to them. So yes, that is my big tip for you guys for Nekros. Let's deactivate it here, because we're using all our energy doing that. Alright, now we are down to the final ability, guys, which is Shadow of the Dead. Okay, and this ability is kind of wild. When I first heard about it and I first read it, it's crazy actually what it does. But this ability does damage, I would say, but it doesn't like do massive amount of damage. So I'm actually gonna pull out a normal corpus, I think, now. Let's do these guys. Let's do like 15 of them. Because this ability is better when there's a lot of enemies, and you'll see why in a minute. So what we want to do is we want to just kill some of these guys. And then we want to activate our ability. And as you guys can see, we have Shadow Friends. These are our enemies we just killed, and they come back and help us out in battle. So that's literally what this ability does. It brings back the dead, pretty much is what it does. So I wasn't kidding when I said this ability was kind of crazy, because it is. And as you guys can see, they're just shadow versions of our enemies we had killed. So they're pretty much serve as backup, pretty much. So essentially you have backup. So here, I'll do it again just so you guys can see them better. So see, they're literally just shadow clones of the enemies we just had. Obviously, they slowly die, as you see. Their health slowly goes down. So I think the better your Nekros is built, the longer it lasts, but these guys just follow you around and help you in battle, pretty much, is what they are. So it's pretty much extra hands. They aren't the best, though. They do die eventually, like I said, so. But as you guys can see, this is why he's pretty much the death version Warframe, just because he can bring back the dead, which is pretty crazy. It still blows my mind when I'm thinking about that, because it's just like, wow, that is insane. He can do that. So that's why he's considered death, guys. So there you guys have it. So there is Nekros Prime. Obviously, he has ridiculous amount of shield. That's one of our biggest differences we can see. I have a feeling he's not going to have very much difference with his regular form either. We've been finding that a lot. They don't have very many differences or anything. They're just like slight effect differences or something. So let's see if we can find any serious differences. So maybe we probably should have pulled out the crewman. Let's do 5 of them. Ooh, I am moving out of things by accident. It's fine. And simulate. So Soul Punch has kind of a purpley effect to it. Maybe we need to look out for that. And then let's try Desecrate. Desecrate has energy in his hand. Yeah, see those explosions you're hearing? That's what Desecrate does. It pretty much double kills the enemy, pretty much, I guess, is how I would say it. Like, dissolves the enemy for more resources and stuff. I guess that's how I would describe it. So we got Soul Punch, which pretty much is pretty much only one that really does serious damage to the enemy. I do use it on occasion. I don't use it a lot, but... And Terrify adds like an effect on them. As you guys can see, it's kind of like a glittery effect on them when they're scared. And then Desecrate, they explode, just depending on your energy level, so. And then of course our shadow, our shadow helpers here. So those are a couple things we can look out for in the regular one. Obviously, we've already noticed that my primed versions of my frames have ridiculously high health and shield usually, so they're always probably going to be different for that, but. So let's pull out regular Nekros. So this is my regular Nekros. Let me add all his colors here. Oh, let's go back here. Alright, so this is obviously my regular Nekros. I do have the same Sciadonas on my Nekroses, but it's totally up to you, of course. And this is his Deluxe Skin. If you guys are wondering what his Deluxe Skin looks like, this is the Deluxe Skin. And it's pretty cool. I do like it. I like the effects of the, like, plasma stuff. It's cool. But, yeah, as you guys can see, I chose green for this one. I want to be different with him. I'm always different with my regular, my prime version. I don't like to keep them the same colors or anything. That's kind of weird to me, so. And as you guys can see, his health is high, but his shield isn't. So that's one big difference we can see already. So the regular is probably better for health, and the prime version is better for shield. So that is one difference we have. It's very possible I don't have him modded very well too, but I've been slowly working on their mods and whatnot. So let's see if we can find any differences. Let's do 10 of these guys. Simulate. Alright. So we got Soul Punch first. Okay, so Soul Punch is the same. Activator Desecrate. I'm gonna die. We gotta back off here. And let's try our Terrify. Yeah, it seems like his abilities have all the same effects to them, which which is interesting. Which is what I was expecting. Most regular and prime versions we've been doing, they haven't been much difference in them at all. So yes, because he even has that purple effect with his soul punch. So that is not just the prime version, it's kind of bad, but. Alright, let's go back up here. We're gonna do Shadow of the Dead now, this time. So let's just simulate these guys again. And let's see, it should activate, I think. Yep. Because we killed those guys earlier. And let's take a look at the... Yep, it's pretty much the same. So, yep, there's no serious major differences then in Nekros versus his regular form, which I'm not surprised at. We pretty much have seen this already. There's not much difference in them, really, just how they're built pretty much and how their strength is. Yeah, even the shadow... The shadow, friends have two colors to them. I guess that's like the only serious difference we have in them. But other than that, guys, there you go. So there is Nekros for you guys. I just realized my armor is the wrong color. But anyways, guys, I haven't messed with his colors recently. So the energy colors are all kinds of messed up because of them adding the emissive one to them, so they're all kinds of messed up. It's fine though. Anyways, guys, there you go. There is my versus video on Nekros. I believe we have... Ooh, who's next? We're in N. I think Nova is next, I believe. That would be my guess. Let's see here, guys. Let me see, guys. Yep, we got Nova next, guys. So, if you guys are a Nova friend, then you're gonna love the next video. And I do love Nova. She's one of my probably top 10, I would say, frames I do like to play. So, anyways, guys, thank you for joining me for another versus. Obviously, I'll be doing more of these for you guys because you guys do like them, and I've been helping people out actually with these videos, I've noticed. So I'm glad I'm helping you guys out. I'm more than happy to. So anyways, guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see you all in the next video.